So
you know what time it is. All right. Think I can do this. And we're back, okay? And we're fucking back. Look, okay? It's going to be a good show. Stay tuned. All right. I'm your host, as always, Matt Musselwhite. This is Jordan Madro. That guy's Bryan Kern, back from the band.
What is up? What is up? How are we, guys?
What is that?
This is Mushu, my peace pipe. If you guys, you've hit it before. If anybody ever comes out here, it's literally Mushu, bro. What do you mean? Is it a racial slur? It's a fucking dragon. It's a dragon.
Standards and practices, my friends. Standards.
We're getting off to a good start.
Practices. No, we're getting off to a great start. We have a guest tonight. Jamie informs me that we had a guest tonight. And no, okay, stop. Look, we're losing hundreds of thousands of viewers as I say this. Look, Volumes is still going to be here, okay? Volumes is coming. We're still going to have Michael Barr here next week, okay? They're going to come on next week, all right? Look, shit happens. We had guests bail all the time. At least these people had the decency to let me know. I'm not mad at it. You know, I forget shit all the time. Brian's been drunk on the show to his butthole before. I was kind of mad at that, but I'm not mad at this. You know, shit just
wasn't
happens.
The whole butthole, bro. Wasn't the whole thing.
Bro, standards and practices. We got.
He's sending him to HR.
Real quick, write that up.
You sent yourself to HR. Okay, look.
As you said,
they gave us this. I need to prove this. Just found out. Look, shit to do. Yeah. Okay, people got shit to do. Shit happens. Yeah. All right, I'm not mad. It's like if we're running a fast food shop here, and they were running a pizza shop. They didn't know call no show. They called in. You know, probably a stoner or two, but we let them because we're sticking to. It's all good. Hey, you should still go out and stream Happier because it's an incredible album. Absolutely incredible. Yeah.
We still show up. We still do work. Cheers to you guys. We got the Deftones beer. What do you guys have, Matt? Oh, Dos Equis, Matt. I was expecting a mug of some juice.
A mug of some apple juice. Standard summer Red Bull.
You got to do Red Bull though, from time to time. You got packing and a trip coming up.
Busy.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna be in Dallas. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Jordan Tupper, how you doing, my friend?
Mr. Tupper, what is up?
It's the other Jordan. The fuck is good?
Yo, we didn't mention this, and I didn't want to rub it in, but since we got nothing better to do, whoop the shit out of Jordan in some fantasy. Ooh, I beat 2 Jordans this year. Wait, no, did I beat you? I did beat you.
I think you did beat me. We had a really good game, though, I believe.
If you look at my roster and the people I drafted, the top 5 picks I had, the only person that still remains is Josh Allen, who I based my whole offense around. Derrick Henry's done. Odell Beckham is essentially done. Jarvis Landry is not doing well. The whole Browns organization sucks. The Raiders are all banged up. Josh Jacobs is banged up. I got Darren Waller from Brian, and now he's banged up. So many people are down. I made some bad draft picks too.
Your boy got put on the injured reserve, so I wasn't able to play. I got this fucking fractured ankle over here. I don't know what I'm on the sidelines, dude.
Shit, he's all sorts of hurt.
My team went to shit, dude. Yeah, I legit fractured my ankle.
Damn, Tupper almost had the trifecta.
I think Jordan gave me my first L. If I'm not mistaken, he might have gave me my first L because I was sick about it.
That's a surprise win, dude. That's a surprise win right there because I wouldn't have expected the Saskatchewans to get you. Brian is doing best in the league though, coach of the year.
No, I'm not, son.
Yeah, no.
Sandusky
duped you on a trade. I traded him Derrick Henry, and he thought he was healthy.
Yeah, hey, low-key, you guys want to talk about some corruption? Your commissioner was about to gift me a couple of those shirts for giving him that trade. He wasn't even going to fucking give you guys all the shirts.
Hey, no, look.
Yo, Roger Goodell out here. Yo, what kind of shit is this? Collusion?
Collusion? That didn't happen.
I will have your fucking head on a platter. If I don't win and can't sell them shirts on eBay.
You can. You might have to write Matt Geisy on a few of them, but you can.
That lower D shirt was mine, son. That lower D shirt was in the bag. Yo, whistleblower.
Who you got with the heel hook, Brian?
Damn, they got you with the heel hook, Brody.
I beat both man Brian without a starting QB. One was this son of a bitch beat me by like 2 points. Okay, like it was like one of like fuck.
Who's fucking us up?
Louisiana fucking wheezy head boy.
Oh no!
I swear, I think his name is Daniel. I want to bet all my money and say his name's Daniel. Your name's Daniel. Your name's Daniel something.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
See? I knew it.
Daniel.
I'm not that fucked up.
Guess. I was gonna say if it wasn't Daniel, it was now. Like
it definitely
you're
was
Daniel.
the time.
You're Daniel forever.
He'd be like, I'm Justin. No, you're Daniel.
By the way,
highlight of his
fucking
season
J. Jonah Jameson shit. No, your name's Daniel. Get out of here.
I looked at Jordan Tupper's roster and bro, it is bad. Ooh, it is banged up. I'm talking. So it's like, he must have beat you early in the season.
It was.
Good times though. Fantasy football. Still in contention though. I'm still up there. I'm going to make the playoffs. That's why I dumped Derrick Henry. I saw Nick picked up Derrick Henry. So maybe he thinks that he's going to be healthy by that time, but he ain't coming back. If at all, he'll be healthy for the real playoffs. And that'll be by the time we're all done and I have to mail these fucking shirts out to somebody. Because what if I do win? What if I come from behind and win? What do I do then? Who do I send them to? Do I get more corrupt and send them?
Just take him out on your fucking, take him outside and set him on fire in a barrel or something.
I will
know.
whistleblow this whole fucking league for its misogyny, its racism, and its goddamn collusion. Do you understand me? I will bring this league to its knees. Consider me the Kaepernick of this fantasy league, okay? I'm about to come out.
Time out.
Hold up.
Say some stuff, dude.
Check it out. I didn't give any shirts away, okay? We're still going. It's still fair. Okay,
I got packages at my door. I'm waiting for Christmas to open the packages up, but I got them. I have the packages. I'm waiting for Christmas.
That's a lie. That's fake news.
Dude. That's all.
That's a lie.
Fuck.
That's a lie. I could ban you from this whole chat right now. Do we want to do news or we want to keep bullshitting?
Changing the subject.
We crushed 7.5 minutes of bullshit.
Brian has faulty internet. He keeps getting disconnected. It's strange. It's real laggy on my end.
I don't know what's more broken. I don't know what's more broken, his leg or his connection.
Oh, is he laggy on your end?
No.
He's not?
What'd you say?
Maybe
more
it's
laggy?
yours.
My what or my connection? My what?
I said I don't know what's more broken, your leg or your connection.
Oh, my leg or my connection. I thought you said my leg is legitimately broken, bro. Hey, so check this shit out. Reddit has a subreddit called "R Never Broken a Bone," right? And you can only be in
souls and holes,
souls and holes, baby. Shout out. You can only be in Never Broken a Bone if you've never broken a bone. And then whenever you have a break, people will post their break pictures and they'll be like, "So long, soldiers! Like we're out of here." And it's the most ruthless subreddit, dude. People are like, "Fuck you, you weak bone bitch." So what I have is an avulsion fracture. And so there's a tendon that connects the bottom of your foot to the sides of your ankle, right? The tendon is connected to the ankle and to the foot by a piece of bone. So when I rolled it, it pulled my tendon so hard, it ripped a piece of bone off. So it's technically a fracture. I fractured my fucking ankle because I ripped a piece of bone off. And so I went into the fucking subreddit and they banned me. They fucking booted me. I was like, yo, it's an avulsion fracture. And they're like, get the fuck out, son. They're calling me a weak ass bitch. They're telling me I got fucking brittle bones. They're saying that my brain's brittle because I don't think good. You know, I don't know what they're fucking doing over here.
I don't think good.
Did they say you have CTE? I would have jumped to the Chris Lewinsky jokes real quick.
They're roasting me.
I don't think good.
I don't think right.
I don't think good no more.
You ever see? You guys ever watch?
I used to could.
Yeah.
I don't have my 11th, and I don't always, think smart. So I just sometimes just fucking all stupid.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot down all these ideas because we don't take fan suggestions like this.
Oh, hey,
what is this? What is this, like jackass and ridiculousness or something? Like, we do not open or view fan suggestions.
Yeah, do not send us mail.
Do not try this at home. Do not copy us. Do not make another podcast inspired by us.
I don't know. The Bone Thugs 3-6 versus is kind of interesting.
That's fair. That's fair. We don't want to see.
It was kind of interesting. Busy Bone out here throwing punches and shit.
I heard it didn't look good.
You want to talk Busy Bone?
No, hey, real quick, I have a.
He threw a punch. That's all I know about is he threw a punch in the middle of the concert at somebody.
And what do you want to talk about?
A couple weeks ago, we had a little. We were talking to a vocalist. I'm trying to think of who, I forget. And we were talking about smoking cigarettes, and we were talking about a song where someone takes a rip of a cigarette and starts to scream. I found that track, actually.
Who is
that track? If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to give you guys a little pop quiz. All right? Hold on real quick. Let me just
You should temporarily change your username to Brittle Brian.
Brittle Brian. Why? Oh, no. Because my bones? Because of my weak bones? Why?
Time out.
He needs some milk.
Why does he need milk? Why does he need calcium?
How many Brutal Britneys did you know back in the day? Because that's a very common MySpace name.
Brutal Britney.
I still see them once in a while. Yeah, like Brittle Brian.
They would spell it.
Brittle. You still see MySpace names?
Yeah, dude, like Brutal Britney at Yahoo. It's like, oh, girl, come on, change your name. Like you're applying for a job.
Which international metalcore band took a drag off of a cigarette before ripping a scream into the microphone? Was it A, Parkway Drive? Was it B, North Lane? C, Bring Me the Horizon? Or D, Breakdown of Sanity?
It's C. But dude, where did you even get to put Breakdown of Sanity in there? It's like
because it's actually Breakdown of Sanity.
I was gonna say
really actually Breakdown of Sanity.
I was
yes. And now
that
I thought about it, my choices were stupid. My choices were stupid because it's 3 mainstream and then Breakdown of Sanity. And I when I said it, I was like, that's fucking dumb. But yeah, no, it was actually Breakdown of Sanity. Yep.
They're from overseas, right?
They're from Switzerland. They're Swedes.
They've been around. Okay, look, that band has been around since I started the podcast. Back in the OG days, because I would bootleg their demos and shit, and now they're still a fucking band. So shouts to them. That's crazy. That's a long time.
Crazy, yeah. Like
we didn't even do it that consistently. So it's just like, how? I don't know.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Cheers to that. I need to get another brew. Shout out to the BK Chicken Parm, the longest footlong since Subway scammed people with their 8-inch subs.
We're talking long details here, people. Long, you know what I'm saying? We're talking long sandwiches, long deals, long rips. What are we talking about? What's the first topic? I mean, I feel like it should be the elephant in the room, which is our boys, man. The flag is gone.
To Volumes PR people, they're being very nice and apologetic. They're good people, okay? And Volumes is LA, that's Cali, so shouts to them. It'll be all good.
I feel like we're fucking.
We only have the short BK chicken parm in Canada. Short,
yeah, dude.
So it's just like a rounded chicken sandwich. That's it. That's
they just
it's like those kid subs. When you went to fucking Subway or some shit, you want a junior. Yeah, you want a junior. It's the 3-inch.
But time out. He's in Canada, so everything's better quality.
Yeah, and it's probably not in inches. It's probably in centimeters. So it's probably.
I'll tell you this: I don't like the McDonald's in Canada because they fuck up the breading on the chicken McNugget because I need it to be dirtier and grodier. I need you to clean out the fries and the grease like less often. If it's too fresh at these like British Columbia McDonald's, it just don't taste right.
That's a.
They asked me if I wanted white or dark meat. I said, just give me the fucking chicken.
That's funny that it's a joke, right? Because we're like, it's got to be the greasiest, the grossest in order for it to be good. But if you've ever worked in the service industry, you know what old dirty grease tastes like, and it's so gross. Like you can tell because a lot of places do. A lot, especially in bigger cities, you go to a lot of fast food places, like especially like we're in Texas, we're right in the middle of literally Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Cane's, Church's, Zaxby's, everything out here. We get breaded everything. You can tell when someone doesn't fucking clean their grease trap. Because they got fucking nasty ass fucking burn ass oil that they're using fucking that's probably a week or 2 old, which is also disgusting, people. If you really fucking think about it, clean your grease traps. Clean that shit, bitch. Clean your grease traps. Clean it. Sick of you. Put that on the ticker. Add that to the list of shit on the ticker. Clean your grease traps.
This is the chillest I've ever seen Brian ever. He's like,
well, he was like literally psychotic. Fans were messaging me like, yo, is Brian okay? Has he gone through something recently? And I was like, he got married.
Oh shit. Yo, that
You
might be
spell
episode
Grease
of all
with 2
time.
E's or 3?
3. And we can also say that to some gross motherfuckers that come in here. Clean your grease trap.
Or traps plural.
Clean that grease trap, guys.
Clean your grease trap.
That's
Clean your
the
grease
episode
trap.
title. Clean that grease trap.
Clean that grease trap. How dare you? All right. See in these headlines, baby. Clean your grease trap. Cuff.
Clean your grease trap, cuz. Diversify your bonds.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with my camera?
No.
No, you good now? Oh no, you. No, you
no,
little
you're
blurry.
You're asshole, yeah.
You know,
cool.
it's
You
because I
chilling
got a
now.
4K camera and I live my life in 720. But
that was the right move. That was the right
Man's
move.
done
I was
booted
like, oh,
himself.
yo, I'm gonna let you boot yourself, baby. I'm gonna let you boot yourself.
Done booted himself, man.
all right, let's get
Let's
topics.
get into this, please.
Let's get to some shit. All right.
Yeah.
There's currently
now
a
he's gone.
petition with over 5. I'm gone? Are you talking to me?
No, you're there. I got you.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna kick Brian. He's fucking me up. He's fucking me
Booted
up.
him.
Okay, look. Yeah, booted. He'll come back. He'll get the joke. It'll be funny. All right, there's currently a petition with over 5,000 signatures on it to get the media to stop interviewing Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. They just reveal too goddamn much. Can I get an amen?
Please.
Amen.
God,
Hey,
I'm tired. I almost feel like they're like trying to push each other into like, all right, which one of us is gonna divorce one another first?
He
Like, it's
said,
crazy, man.
Hold up, look at these insults. You're in lower res than YouTube videos, boy.
I
will come to you. I will come to Louisiana and stab you with a gator tooth. I swear to shit right now.
Gator tooth?
Yeah,
Wow.
I will, boy. I will go party with Ed Orgeron's fucking stepmom ass fucking girlfriend or whoever.
He ain't the coach no more.
He's still down
He
there.
Gone.
But the
He
way
said,
he talk like this, he
Gator
can't live nowhere else. He talk like he's a swamp
monster.
monster. He can't live nowhere else. They he from.
I feel
All right,
like
let's
you
get
missed out on. I feel
back
like
to
you
the
missed out on my
shit,
Big
okay?
Timers reference, and that's very disappointing. Get them off the fucking screen. I'm over it.
Will.
This
Do
is
you see that face, bro? Do you see
Oh,
Will's
man.
face? He's
No,
looking
all right.
at her like.
This is exactly what it is. This is some sick public therapy that they're doing. It's some really weird role play LARPing scenario that they're doing where they probably what they probably do is they're probably like borderline like cucks kind of, and they probably just get each other real riled up in like the media, and like they say some real personal shit, and like I saw what you said in that article, and then they have Will has his people talk to Jada's people, and then they like kind of like they don't really communicate real well together because they're a famous married couple, and then they like have these tiffs, but then they probably like have fucking ridiculous makeup sex, and then that probably just feels like they're weird, like I don't know, bullshit wanting to get back into the media. It's just a weird perpetual cycle of love, metal, and like I don't know, just fucking weird kids. Their kids are fucking weird, you know. I'd be psycho too if my kids were fucking weirdos.
So you just think they're just gluttons for punishment and just love like
dude,
doing each other
Will, come
dirty
on.
and shit.
Did you see the shit he said about how he feels bad that Jaden was in After Earth? He was like, I feel I've let my son down. I let him down. I hurt him, and now he can't grow up and reap the benefits of a success. Instead, people look at it as a failure, and I failed him because of that. And I'm like, yo, dude, you were in a fucking movie with your kid. Relax. Like, you're a fucking famous movie star.
Those movies, that movie was terrible.
But
yeah, the movie was terrible, and he was like trying to coach him through that. No, he just figured out new mediums and shit. But like, I mean, he even said like, because I read something on it.
Jaden's a weirdo.
Yeah,
Jaden's a weirdo, and Will probably looks at him like, man, where did I fuck up? Was it After Earth? Did I fuck up at After Earth? Is that
he's doing his own thing. He's doing cool. Willow. I mean, they're all doing like their own individual like.
I saw Jaden at Hard Summer, and he was phenomenal, dude. I'm a Jaden Smith fan.
He's a dope musician. Like some of his old music, like I kind of fuck with.
There's a weird,
but
side
like, I mean, to do a movie with your kid, like obviously I don't know what the fuck that's like, but like
I would never do a movie with
your
my kid for the record.
and especially if you're like kind of like coaching him through it, and then like it just bombs and does horrible. Like, I mean, as a dad, and maybe not even so much as an actor, but as a dad, you definitely would probably feel like you like let your kid down. Like, damn, I fucking like let him through that, and now he's getting torched on the internet. But like, it's just like whatever. We got money out of it. Man. We got paid. Like, just go on.
The Chappelle approach. Fuck you, son. That's the approach I'm taking. Fuck you, son. Nick Cannon just stole all your school clothes money. What you think about that, huh?
Okay. All right.
Crushed him.
Okay, so since the past 2 years, the media has obsessively interviewed these two sons of bitches, and that's the wrong picture. These two bitches.
What was the other picture, though? Go back to the picture.
You'll see. There's a whole story here. Okay, 5,000 signatures. I've had my entire family do it. I had to convince the Christian side that this was a completely different petition, but they signed it nonetheless. Over the past 2 years, they have revealed details about their sex life. Jada Pinkett's previous relationship with, you ever heard of August Alsina, the R&B?
Mm-hmm. The entanglement.
The entanglement, yes, the entanglement. August, if you don't know this, August Alsina is also dying. I think that's crazy. He tweeted out this was his last year going around the earth because he's terminally ill, and he thinks this is it. That's crazy. It's a crazy story. Look it up. That's a side note.
Oh, hey, what about
she had a previous relationship with Jada Pinkett and August Alsina. The jealousy Will Smith felt for Tupac because of their previous relationship together, and the fact that Will vomits after sex every time, ejaculates, and throws up.
That's not factual. Yep. No, it's not real. You made that.
Google it. Get your own Jamie and Google it. It's there. Type in Will Smith sex vomit. I bet you that'll take you right to the article. I'll do it right now.
Or just some crazy fucking other website. They'll be like, wait, what the fuck is this?
Alexa, look up Will Smith sex vomit.
Okay, all right.
Jordan Tupper says it's in his book.
Listen.
Oh, boom.
Yeah, but he talks about being repulsed because he's fucking so much. Like it's an unhealthy, like he's an addict.
So
like he's gagging over. It's not like he has some weird thing where he's got to fucking throw up. It's like he's got to come and barf. It's not like he's a perv or some weird kink. He's just he was describing himself being repulsed at the fact that he was fucking so much, which is actually kind of baller if you ask me.
Can you imagine though if he legitimately threw up?
You asshole! I know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
she's like, hey, weird. Will, what's the bucket for? I'll explain later.
Oh my god.
Like they're weird. They're weird. So you're like, he throws up. I'm like, Will, you what? You're fucking Will Smith and you throw up after sex? Stop. No, he was equating it to having a problem. Making him want to gag, making him want to throw up.
Nonetheless, TMI.
He was being personal about his addiction problem, bro. Or some
all the
problem
shit they've been saying is personal, dude.
It was in his book.
Shut the hell up! Like,
if you bought the book and read it, you asked for it.
I don't know any Will Smith stands. That's in the entire sentence right there. I don't know any Will Smith stands. But if I did, I don't think I know any that want to know that type of shit about him. Is anyone asking these questions? Jordan, no.
I don't want to know. Thank you.
Voice of reason.
Will Smith is the man, but bro, these are the things I don't want to know. These things about you, bro. He was going deep.
I can understand the insecurities around.
Just out of control. Shit. The fuck is?
You didn't see the comment? Throw the comment back. It was perfect.
No. He's going deep in grease traps. Yeah, I already acknowledged it. I thought this shit was great. Did you miss it? You just caught that?
I just saw it when it was on the screen. He threw it up on the screen real quick, and I started dying. I didn't watch it live. I didn't watch it actually happen. What beautiful timing that was. Listen, I mean, okay, the Tupac shit I can understand. How many people asked Jada Pinkett Smith about Tupac? How many? Every interviewer ever? Like, that's got to be annoying as Will Smith to hear about it all the time. And I'm sure they were being weird.
I can understand being jealous if Tupac smashed your chick, but you know a good way to remedy that?
Smash your chick.
don't get with a chick that smashed Tupac.
It's
I mean,
love,
Brian,
bro.
Brian,
It's
how long
love.
have you, Brian? How long have you known me? Have you ever known me to ever go after Faith Evans? Ever, even once? Exactly. Facts.
Listen, I understand that.
F-A-X. Facts.
Facts. No copy machine over here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, but hey, he fucking the as far as the throwing up, it was in his book. And if you fucking read it, you bought the fucking book or were interested. So that's on you, dog, for fucking not wanting to hear the throw up story. All right. Homeboy's not a barfophiliac over here, though. He's not throwing up and jerking off in it, being a weirdo. Jada's the weird one. She's the fucking weird one. Admitting to fucking, didn't she fuck a pool boy or some weird shit? Some young dude, wasn't she all in the fucking admit that openly?
I mean, hell, is it August Alsina, the pool boy?
I don't know.
He's a singer, isn't he?
Yeah, you said he was an artist.
He's an R&B singer. Y'all ain't never heard him. Where were you guys in 2013?
Jordan's got him. Jordan's got his back.
All right,
who's back?
August
her
Alsina.
back? It's a her?
Oh, come on. Y'all are foolish. Anything else to add on Will Smith? Creepy.
I don't. I'm just publicly begging for all of their shit to stop.
I do think it's hilarious.
We'll go back to just making all these dope movies, and like she's in movies too. Apparently, she's supposed to be in the new Matrix. Like, cool. Like, keep doing your thing.
It's hilarious that someone actually thought that they had to take this up legally and had a petition signed and said, you know what, we got to stop fucking having them interviewed. We need a petition to have it stopped. I know. It's crazy. But the fact that someone thought this was a problem.
There's several petitions against us, but they only have like 7 signatures.
Yeah, and you need at least 1,000 to make a dent.
Yeah, and way more to get.
And you need at least 1,000 to make a dent for sure.
Yeah, and you need way more than that to get on the news. No one's gonna care about the shit that we did. So Marliyn Manson had his house raided.
Thank God.
Yay.
Yeah, right. That's a win for the FBI and everyone.
I wonder what they found.
I
wonder if they found that shirt.
A lot of regressed emotions.
I wonder if they found that shirt.
A lot of pain and sadness.
It's a sleeveless tux shirt.
What the hell is going on in this picture? I don't know if he's on drugs or if he's
what do you wear that with? You can't wear it with a coat because then it covers your
he's
dope
not.
arms.
That's very obvious because he's not. Like,
then you cover your dope arms. I know, but you just go sleeveless undershirt. That's gross. Undershirts are gross. That's a gross pattern.
Do you have like a sleeveless blazer? Do you have a sleeveless blazer to go with it?
Express for men that creep you the fuck out.
And no, sir, it's self-made. Look at the edging on that. All right, that's a fucking vintage item right here by Marliyn Manson himself. Look at that. Look at the edging on that sleeve. He cut that.
God, I remember how awkward it was when Brian used to wear face paint. Just cake on makeup. Too much foundation.
I love that fucking there was a Marliyn Manson rumor that he self-sucked literally my entire teen childhood years. There was a rumor that he was a self-sucker for he had a rib removed.
That he had a rib removed so he could suck his own dick. I was told this in grade school.
Oh yeah,
you were told this in grade school.
Yep, that's like the first real shit I heard about Hollywood, and I was like, no, but I was like, that's Marliyn Manson. Of course, that's real.
I'll tell you straight up that story, that lie came out like right after Kurt Cobain killed himself.
Is it a lie? It's not real?
I haven't a clue.
Do we know that?
Did we ever?
Marliyn Manson, he's for sure trying to suck his own dick. He's trying.
If we're really gonna get on this subject, you want to know who
I'll do it on
Twitter
legitimately,
Brian, you want to know who can legitimately self-suck their own dick?
I know several people who can legitimately.
The genius Lanny Poffo.
Hold on a minute. We got to go back. I know several people. What the fuck?
Who are you hanging out with?
Seriously.
It's a fucking joke. I don't know.
Okay.
I assume. Listen. I will say. that I give my boys the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure some of them have big enough wangs where they could probably put it in their mouths. I don't know. I don't fucking watch them, but I'm just saying.
Okay, look. We got to get off that. We just got to get off that for a minute.
What the fuck is
it's a palette? Oh, not that. Not that.
We didn't even talk about the rating of his house. We just talked about his sleeveless tuck shirt.
Yeah. Like the point. Okay, so the whole point of that, if we had a guest, was I was gonna ask them, like, have you ever raided by the FBI, and like, what's the worst trouble you ever been in with the cops?
I was talking about hanging with my strong boys, and they booted me.
What the fuck is a strong?
Strong boys?
Is that like
You guys
strong stroking?
You didn't get it. It's fine.
All right,
Tell us when we're older.
Before we get off this subject, I just want to play a quick game because I didn't read the entire story, which is like as much research as I do for any.
That's
headline
always
we're
the
gonna
best
make fun
approach
of
I've
on
found.
here.
I
Yeah,
found
totally.
That's the best approach.
Totally. No one gives a
Let's
shit.
read the whole thing.
No one cares. I don't care what the detective's name is or what his fucking quote was. Top 3 items that were found in the raid of Marliyn Manson's home in West Hollywood. Okay, and we're playing Family Feud style, so you don't need to get too fucking creative. I want answers, real shit. Okay, how much
Butt plugs.
money are we putting on? Do we have a dildo?
Yes, of course.
We would totally
100%.
have a dildo on that.
Can
house.
we
Every
real
home
quick-
in West Hollywood has a dildo.
Real quick, I feel that that's one of those categories that they have to sum up. Can we do ass play toys? Because I feel that also includes anal beads, butt plugs, dildos.
The whole reason he's getting raided is because he has a soundproof room. He locks women in to punish them,
right,
and
right.
it's and like there's some other.
Oh,
like, torture.
I have other
So,
things that they did to discover. It wasn't all sex toys, but we should group up insertion items. Can we do that one? Insertion items. That's dildos, fists, anal beads.
Are we
butt plugs.
strictly? I was gonna maybe suggest like a vintage record player, but I want to
that for sure. That's one
straight ass play. Sure.
Yeah, that's in there. You know what else he has?
Note that Brian's the one that went to ass play first. All right. Note that
he went. Well, you said dildos. I was gonna say butt plugs. I figured we might as well just knock it all out.
Dude, I was just going off West Hollywood.
Yeah. I was gonna say butt plugs because he's for sure putting stuff in his butt. Absolutely, because he's a weirdo. He also has the actual Chinese gongs, chank, because he's got that soundproof room, right? So he can walk around and go chank, and this is and he's a fucking famous person. So of course he like cymbals people as they're talking. They're telling a story. He walks up, crashes them, and they fucking freak out. And he's like, "I'm Marliyn Manson," and he walks off.
What does the house smell like? Right? Does it smell good? Does it smell like a dungeon?
Like burnt lube?
I bet you it smells like I bet you it smells like an abandoned Borders bookstore.
Ooh, all dry and musty.
Yeah.
with
maybe
like a
hint,
with like a heavy
heavy
hint of like for sure. Okay. Remember in Chiodos in Bone Palace Ballet when he says that the smell of sex and sweat or whatever, and I was like, yo, dude, what? Sex and sweat? Like that's kind of like a pretty. We all know what he's talking about, but it's like that's a pretty distinctive
stole all
smell.
those lyrics from Shakespeare.
For that one, yeah, and Bukowski. Yeah, a lot of Bukowski.
Yeah,
a lot of Bukowski. That was actually Bukowski, the sex and sweat and all that. That was Bukowski. But anyways, yeah, it definitely smells like all that. Yeah, it smells like all of it. It probably smells like pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls and pussy.
Damn,
but like,
that's a thug album. That's a thug album name. Pizza rolls and pussy. If you're a 13-year-old like SoundCloud rapper, but you have some fire and you drop that as your album title, yo, what? Pizza rolls and pussy? What? What?
Check it out, son. Check my mixtape. Pizza rolls and pussy. Pizza rolls and pussy coming out next winter. Coming out
next Wednesday.
Coming out when my mom ain't.
I can only record an hour a night.
I can only record when she goes to work, but I only get home an hour before she gets off. My dad found my old SoundCloud and deleted it.
Oh yeah, that was.
That would suck, dude. I would, high key and low key. I would hate if my mom found my SoundCloud. Like real, I would fucking hate that. That would suck. I'd have to explain a lot of shit. It's pretend. It's make believe.
Okay, I did real
Speaking of
journalism
hip-hop-
today and actually like did notes and stuff. Are we gonna get
No, you
some
didn't.
serious
No.
stories? Yeah, I did.
No, shut up. Okay. Speaking of hip hop, our boy, rapper Stove God Cooks. All right, big fan of this guy. Is he from Buffalo? Do you know? He's from the East Coast. Not quite sure. Anyways, our boy Stove God Cook decided to drop $1 million album. Didn't cost. It's gonna cost you $1 million. If these kitchen walls could talk, it's gonna cost $1 million. There's 7 copies available. He's calling it a musical vocally painted by Stove God Cooks. Would you cop?
I mean, I guess if I had $1 million to spend, but I mean, this is one of those ones where it's like, man,
Can't do it.
a lot of people really, really like you. And this is where, I mean, the Wu-Tang thing is a little bit different, where you are like acclaimed and maybe you do like this nice one-off, say, hey, we did something special because you are acclaimed. Like Stove God Cooks is acclaimed in like a scene right now, but I mean, you're still pretty fresh in the eyes, right? You're not killing the game when in terms of like killing the game, right? You're not a Kanye. This is something a Kanye would do. Like this makes sense for an artist at that
level. Game's birthday. He's 42. I hope nobody killed him.
Like I feel this is something that somebody with like some fucking a little bit of stature, I think, should drop. Not that he doesn't have stature, but I expect this out of like an art, like a fucking Kanye. And then one day it being released so everyone can hear it, I guess, because that's kind of cool. Like, and you're talking it up. Like, I want to hear this. You just made it sound really dope, and I want to hear it. And I don't have $1 million.
It's probably dope. I mean, Stove God Cook is fire. I just don't have $1 million. But like, I'm wondering because not enough people are going to be able to hear this. That if this
what
is going to
features are on that?
Released, I don't. It's what no one. It's just him. West Side is not on it. It's just him.
Wow.
He's fired.
Hey, and we didn't talk about fucking Benny getting signed, did we?
We didn't get to because we had a guest. I tried to breeze through the news, but our boy Benny the Butcher, who actually advertised this same hoodie, got signed to Jam. Secure the bag.
Did. Yeah, he did.
I don't have a graphic, so just Griselda hat.
Yeah, he did. That. Shout out Benny the Butcher.
Griselda. It's a takeover. Honestly, if you who the closest rapper was present day to Jay-Z, who has that like stature, that flow. I mean, not Benny and what he proved on like Burden of Proof, being like a deep rooted
the most East Coast, dude. It's so good. It's so good.
Those guys stay true to their roots like so well. They set up like this is going to be an East Coast album. This is going to be something else. This is strictly B-sides from 2 years ago. And then they end up dropping 4 albums in a year. So the fact that Jay's going to slow down everything else he's doing, you're just going to get a really big fucking Benny album. It might, and West Side's slowing. This might make Benny the biggest artist in the Griselda trio. So I'm digging that. That's fire.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Fucking both the Hitler Hermes albums this year were fucking so good. Son.
Yeah,
both were so yes, dude. I know, and we're not. I know. I know that isn't this discussion, but both of them should have. I mean, this albums, dude. Both of them are albums. Both of them, they're so fucking good. And so, yeah, that's what's crazy too about Westside is he could take a year or two maybe, but the minute something else comes out, people are going to be ear to the ground, and he needs Benny and Conway, whoever Stovecook, like he needs everybody to fucking shine right now. He needs everybody to fucking have all the attention still on Griselda. So then when he does come fucking and do a big ass drop at the end of next year or fucking whenever, it's just massive, dude. He needs to build up, and these dudes are going to build it up for him. I'm sure, but it's just, good on him. I'm glad, man. I can't wait for what they all have. Conway, I'm sure, is going to come out with something coming up. Like, it's going to be great.
I don't know if you've seen the
Boldy James quietly dropped album of the year.
Boldy's son.
Boldy's Bo Jackson. Yo,
we'll have that conversation in another episode.
Yeah, you look at these lineups. Oh, it doesn't focus that close.
It doesn't, bro. You got that. You got that 2006 resolution, like Yikes said, son.
It is what it is.
Daniel gave it to you hard.
That's what
Daniel,
happens.
yikes.
Raw
That's what
dogged
happens
you. No
when you
rubber.
get the same brand webcam as you do vibrator. Fucking Hitachi.
Exactly. Both of which were confiscated from Marilyn Manson's house in the raid.
That's why they
that
smell
true?
like Dungeons and Dragons and
Yeah.
old fryer.
Matt's using the camera that Marilyn Manson filmed countless merciless sex on.
That's awful.
No, this is
No.
just the camera that watched the girls in the soundproof room. That's it.
Oh.
Our year-end spectacular is actually going to fall on December 31st. So, are y'all attending New Year's Eve parties? Are we going to do this live and like have an actual show on New Year's Eve and be all fucked up?
No, I probably will be at a New Year's Eve party this year.
Oh yeah, you're too cool for us. What about you, Jordan?
I have no clue.
Yeah,
I have no clue what I'll be doing.
You're not like
Jordan,
this piece of shit.
Jordan, it's New Year's. Let's do something, man. Come on down. Come hang out with us.
Huh?
Matt, come hang
we'll
out
do
with
a
us.
live show.
We're doing a live episode. Just turn up.
We don't have to do it
Live
on New
show.
Year's Eve, but we could do a live one if you guys wanted to like we should do that. That'd be dope. Live one. Oh shit.
See about that. We also have the
shit.
December 17th wrestling year-end wrap-up show. That'll be fun. I think we're gonna bring back our boy Joseph Feeney and maybe.
Yo,
our
can we
friend
give a
Scott
shout out to
Chaplin,
Cody
talk
Rhodes
some
and his
shit.
burn ass back? Shout out to
That
Cody
was the-
Rhodes and blisters,
That was
third
the
degree
dumbest
burns.
fucking table spot I have seen. Yo, that might make my year-end wrestling spectacular list of like dumbest moves. Like he did that move to his opponent, okay, and it's
And
like
he
you
took
want
the
to be
brunt.
cool, you do the reverse superplex off the top, but like protected Andrade didn't like look like he took anything, and Cody went straight through the fire. Like it was so fucking stupid. Should have rethink that whole thing. The plastic on the side of those holes melted to his back, and that's what burned most of the skin off.
Yeah, he laid in it for like 8 seconds, they said, or some shit during the 3 count and for like a couple of seconds before and after.
The deathmatch wrestlers were saying you got to remove the black plastic off if you're going to light a table on fire. I didn't know that.
Yeah, deathmatch wrestlers.
Yeah, that was fucking
There
ugly.
you go, baby.
I don't have the pictures. I don't want to get it booted off YouTube anyway, so I'm not going to. But yeah, Cody was stupid for that, and I hope he continues to get booed and eventually turns into a mega heel. Because if he was a dickhead heel like he was in the Bullet Club, he had a power struggle with Kenny in New Japan. That was good television. That really good shit between the two of them, and it was brief. And if they go back to it, it'll be good. Otherwise, like fuck Cody, burn your back, whatever. And why did his wife come out and do it? Why wasn't it Arn or someone else? It didn't make sense for Indy to do it. Like that's another reason why like their booking doesn't fully make sense, in the fact that they're on a television show together, a reality show after Dynamite goes off the air. That's why she's out there. That's stupid to me. I didn't like that. Dumb. Well, let's get an interview. Yes. Oh, you know, that's right.
No.
Still go stream.
Hey, are we going?
Happier,
'Cause
question
can I
mark.
grab another beer? Are we going? Is it beer? Can I re-up on my liquor?
Yeah, go get another beer, Brian. I already had beer.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Is that the fucking little head nod eyebrows you were giving? Was someone to come give you a beer? Must be nice, bitch.
I have
Must be
interns.
nice.
I have many people that I promise college credits to, even though we're not even an accredited business. So, whatever. We're not even learning you anything.
We're not learning you. Okay.
All right. While Brian's gone, we can talk about you streaming Happier by Volumes. It's a really dope album. When we posted that we were going to interview them, a bunch of people hit me up and said, "Yo, that's a big get. That's a big deal. Big go, blah." And someone said, they are the kings of the chorus in the scene. And I think that's especially true for this new, because the path they went. Brian's not here, but you remember Edge of the Earth. That was a really good hook, and no one in the band sang it. So it's crazy, the evolution going on. They just got off tour with, I believe it was Crown the Empire, and they have an LA show with them coming up that is a redo that they had rescheduled. It's called the Battle. it's digital. Yeah, it's at 1720 in LA. Sounds it's on December 18th, so you got like 2 more weeks. Yeah. 1720. Where the fuck is that venue? It's got to be downtown, right? Otherwise, if it would say Hollywood if it was somewhere else. I don't know. Did I show this graphic? Busy Bone punching a dude.
No, we can talk about it though.
All right, yeah. So Busy Bone punched somebody.
Love it.
The Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6 Mafia had a versus battle, which that's a pretty good lineup. You know what's funny? If you combine those two, you get Suicide Boys, and I guess having them on stage, Busy Bone got a little wild and threw a punch. I didn't read anything about this because my World Star account got deleted because my mom found my computer. What is that? Digital Bath. Nice. And it's a beaver because that's the brewery.
The last
Belching Beaver.
Yeah, Belching Beaver was the brewery. The last one was the Ohms Pale Ale. There's the Midnight Bride, which is
the Ohms Pale Ale is a little overrated. I think if they would have released a Koi no Yokin Pale Ale, it would have been better.
No, that would have had to have been like a Japanese lager. That would have had to have been a very specific, if you're going to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would have to have been Japanese. Anyways, they have the Midnight Bride, which is a...
they should have called one
ale.
Sex Tape.
It's a brown ale with coconut and maple.
Ooh, that's a weird blend.
Fancy one. I'm excited for that one. Almost like an Almond Joy, maybe, right? Yeah, it's almost a fancy one right there, or like a Mounds. Yep. And then they've got the last one is Digital Bath, Ohms, Midnight Bride.
720 is downtown. That's what I said. Travis Richter from FFTL owns it, I believe. That's fucking dope. Makes sense. So, Xavier, do you know how big it is? At like 1,000, 2,000 room? Or are we talking like small 500, like chain and Soma side stage type shit? The last time I went, like, oh my god, I don't even know the name of the fucking venue, so I'm not even gonna brag. Downtown LA, some theater.
The Nile Theater? No, that's in Arizona.
Yeah, I have been there too.
Yeah. Nile Theater's rough. Xavier is actually in. He films The Clouds, and he played with our boys in fucking what is it? Lightworker? No. God damn it.
Was it Earthgrown? Oh no.
Earthgroans, yeah. Earthgroans and Empty. Yes. Our boys played with Earthgroans and Empty at Chain Reaction, baby, in Anaheim, California. So he films The Clouds. Xavier, shout out, man. Good job. That's like they played Chain several times, but yeah, man, they got to play that with our boys in Earthgroans. That was they had a hellish tour, I heard. They were all over the place, Earthgroans. Are we gonna talk about this fucking Every Time I Die shit? Are we fucking gonna get into it?
Let's do it, Brian. Let's hear
15 minutes in. I mean, okay, fucking Keith Buckley is no longer the frontman of Every Time I Die, apparently. And so
it's a hiatus.
Okay,
yeah, he's
so
still the
according
frontman.
to the band,
you think he quit?
To the band, have you seen his Twitter?
Oh, is he going off the deep end? All right, let's hear it. Go for
it.
Okay, I don't think he's going off the deep end.
He's not going off the deep end. No.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian. I'll let you take this. You've been salivating to get
But no, I want your opinion because I know you know Every Time I Die, and like, listen,
yeah,
this is just what I'm gathering. So, okay. So they did the announcement like, hey, Keith is going to take care of some mental issues. They didn't even really address it much, but they were just like, hey, mental issues are important, and this is what's going on, right? Before Keith went on tour, like he's gotten divorced over the last year. Some shit's been going on. He has a podcast and he's doing live streams. He's been very open, very public. So before going on tour, he got his own RV and was traveling separate. He's working on being sober again, and he has been for months. And so that's a part of the mental health journey, right? That's what you do. And so they announced that he was going to be exiting the tour and that they were just going to have fill-ins. Now, since then, the dates have been canceled because someone from 68 got COVID. And so they're just canceling all the dates. And so then Keith took to Twitter and was like, hey, since I've seen the band's statement, I'm going to make my statement. And here's what it is. And he said in the tweet specifically that he overheard Jordan in a side room saying that they were working on having Keith replaced over the last year, and he felt betrayed. And then he went into, it's like 4 tweets, dude. Read them, and he has them on his Instagram. And so it looks like he's going public with some stuff that seems out of character. That seems out of character for Keith, especially for how just well thought he is. He's very well thought in his live streaming and his podcast. He's very well spoken. You know, he just doesn't babble. You know, he's not a guy that takes to Twitter and just goes off. Like, he's pretty well ingrained in that area, right? He thinks before he speaks in a lot of ways. And for him to kind of throw his brother, for one, his brother under the bus, right, for saying some shit, and then to basically say that he wasn't being supported by any of the members in the group, and that was the whole reason why he had to travel separately anyways. He chalked it up in the tweets to that he was traveling separate so he could be away from the alcohol and the drinking and the partying. He needed to be sober. So that was his whole reason for traveling separate to begin with. So it seems that going into it, there was a little bit of a tinge of a rift, and apparently he's heard something that has upset him, and he has publicly said that he's leaving the band. It's off his Twitter handle. All he has on there is his Patreon and his live stream link. He's taken it off his Twitter. He still has all the posts. He still has everything, but he announced and was like, basically, I'm taking time off. He did say that his original tweet was that he was going to take some time off and get ready for TTS, which is Tid the Season, right? That's their fucking big weekend festival that they do that's coming up in 2 weeks, I think. They were doing a bunch of shows leading up to it. And so his original tweet said that he was going to do that. He was going to take some time before TTS, and that they were going to continue the shows. Since then, the shows have dropped. And in his following tweets, he doesn't address TTS at all, but he does state that he is he's taking time off to focus on him, and that's it. And he seemed severely upset. But it's also kind of weird for him to just say, yo, I overheard Jordan talking shit on Twitter, to vent that out on Twitter. You know, he did state, hey, I'm doing this
kind of drama
because
from big bands.
Especially Every Time I Die, they seem like logical in that sense. They always seem respectful.
Jordan,
You hear great shit.
Your new favorite band?
And so he basically says, I'm saying this
anymore
because of the band statement previously. And that's when he comes clean. He leaves like 4 tweets. It's like a 4-tweet thread. And so, of course, Reddit, everybody's just eating it up. What's going on? A lot of people are talking his mental health. And it does seem out of character to just state something like that. I mean, not necessarily out of the blue, but that's a pretty bold statement, man. And is that really, if it really went down like that, then we can't expect them to have an issue, right? We can expect them to have a further problem. Or is it him maybe overhearing something? Maybe he misheard something. Maybe it's a matter of just miscommunication and they took to Twitter with it. It's just, Every Time I Die's deleted their tweets referencing the mental health thing and the canceling of the fucking, all they have up there now is the 86 shows, and that's it.
So basically, after this year, I don't know if he's the vocalist or if they're going to be a band.
If he shows up at TTS, I'm sure that shows something, right? He probably is still there if he's going to play TTS. Maybe he addresses it and says, yo, this is what's up. This is my last show. I'm going to continue, whatever. What's crazy is this did come off the heels of Jake Lurs having to exit the August Burns Red Tour. It also comes off the heels of another fucking band canceling. I forget it right now off the top of my head. But anyways, there's been 3 or 4 cancellations today. And then the last one, they had already said, hey, we're not going to have Keith on the tour. And then fucking 4 hours ago it hits and it's yo, I'm actually not in the band and here's what I fucking heard. And it's oh fuck, okay, we got hit with lefts and rights all day today, dude. Cancellations, fucking people pulling off tours, fucking breakups, fucking coming at us with the lefts and rights, dude.
It would be pretty betraying to hear anybody in your band for you to overhear them telling somebody else that isn't even in your fucking circle or any circle at all.
And it did say
allegedly, and you saying that we're going to replace the singer
that?
Of our band that we've had since
20 years.
20 years. And at this point,
that.
Who could fucking replace that guy?
Nobody. After the album that they just released,
ever replace him.
After Radical,
ever. It wouldn't even be the same band. You'd have to just be a different band.
Radical's top 3 for my 3 of the year. Just saying that right now. Radical's in there. I don't know where yet, but that
everything I've heard from it's great so far. I didn't finish the album, but it's great.
You get Keith just in this very personal fucking thing. But dude, okay, you mentioned that they're talking to somebody in the tweet specifically. He says that he overheard Jordan talking to an Every Time I Die outlier. He specifically said outlier. So he even threw in that Jordan was like conversating with a fucking outsider, and for him to be specific like that in his tweet, that's a little weird.
Yeah. So, and then you have to take into account that person, that person's your brother. You've known that person literally your whole fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that's like a twist in the knife. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's hurtful, especially when I didn't even know all of that stuff was going on with Keith, like all that personal stuff. So just like you imagine you're trying to, get your ship right. You're trying to do all the shit you're trying to do to get your life back on track and yourself back on track. And then you hear that shit. You're just used like, what? That's stunning. Like that's absolutely stunning. So like,
so people are talking about
I hope they solve that because like they're still going so strong. Like Radical was good. Like they've really been one of the best, like most consistent, maybe the most consistent band that I can think of. Honestly, like they've been solid.
Undoubtedly. They've professional
like
wrestlers.
Even some of the like material you may not think is as good, it's still good.
They're consistent. Every 2-3 years, maybe a 4-year break there once, maybe, but every 3 years, you're getting a fucking Every Time I Die album, and you're getting the same fucking 3 or 4 dudes, fucking at least the core, at least Keith, Jordan, and fucking homeboy Butcher. Like you fucking, those 3 are the fucking dudes, you're not getting rid of them. And so listen, I want to say that if it is something that Keith's dealing with mentally, I just hope he can overcome it, right? We love him. He's a phenomenal person that has gained a fan base of his own because of, I think, how insightful he is, his lyrics, obviously,
vocabulary.
How personal he is, how outspoken he is. I mean, he's been a vegan and a fucking whatever since like high school, man. He was beating up kids for not being vegan in high school. Like, he seems like he's been a pretty rough dude.
That's not okay.
It's not. But the point being is, Keith is a character that has established himself. And if it is a mental health issue, you just hope that he can approach it properly. And it seems like he's taken some right steps, right? Separating himself from these issues. But someone did mention that when you are sober, and Keith has battled with sobriety in the past, and he's openly talked about it. When you are trying to get sober, there is this air of you're deflecting a lot of negativity, and you can misinterpret a lot of things. And that's a discussion that they're having. Is they're like, the way that he positions it in the tweet is he overheard Jordan talking to an outsider, and that's what tipped him off. And it was in relation to him potentially trying to be replaced or whatever, right? And like, if I'm thinking of myself in like 24-year-old terms when I'm at a party and whatever, we're listening to friends and friend drama. Matt, you and me both know friend drama happens, right? And it a lot of times happens out of stupid reasons. And you're thinking like, hey, if someone is in this mindset that is making them a little bit more self-righteous and holier than thou, or a little bit more defensive, and they overhear somebody maybe joking or maybe saying something that they misinterpreted, or maybe even fucking actually talking about what they think they're talking about, but misconstrued it, whatever it may be, people can get defensive. And it would suck it's now drama. You've now put it in the ether. He's got thousands of retweets on all 4 of the tweets he's put out.
In a band that has never had drama.
They've Mount never Rushmore had in the
any
scene.
Drama ever.
Never. And they're the fucking core, dude. They're one of those bands that should be in the Hall of Fame for metalcore, whatever you want to fucking call it, right? They should be there. They are there in a lot of people's eyes.
They're on the Mount Rushmore. For
it to crumble with like, yo, it was hearsay and like an attempt to be sober, like, fuck, man, like, take 5 years, please, man. Go and mend these weird wounds or these weird things and come back, man. I would hate for this to be the nail in the coffin that crumbles every time I die. This would be tragic if this is what 100%. Is the nail in the coffin for every time I die. It would be a tragedy.
I would honestly, it's sad to speculate on now.
It is.
Why, like, I'm just like, I don't even like, that's why, like, I don't even have like a whole lot to say about it. Cause it's like, it's all really been put out on Front Street from there's really not much to speculate on. Everything's been said. Like at this point, it's just like, damn, I hope y'all get right with this. Cause like you guys are too much of like scene heavyweights to go out like this.
Heavyweights, bro. They're the heavyweights. Fucking champ.
Like they're top. Like, dude. Yeah. 100%. Like they're the only band whose fucking logo I have tattooed on me, dude. Like I fucking love that band. So when I seen that, like I was like when I read I was like replacing Keith Buckley. I was like, how the fuck do you even do that?
Yeah.
For this band, how the fuck do you even do that?
So apparently that triggered him as well, the replacing thing, I guess. People were speculating that the fact that that's the first thing he addresses. He's like, after reading the band's statement, and it's just like, oh, you took it. Oh no, he might have taken it personal. But replacing him, dude, it's just for what, a couple tours, a tour. What, dude, take your time. It's fine. What happened when your chick had her pregnancy? Your ex chick, but what happened when she had her pregnancy thing and fans were up on stage singing for the band? Like, what happened to that? They brought up a different person for every song for like 5 shows.
That's what
yeah,
they were gonna
dude.
do this time again.
Yes, and it's just like, bro, like, you guys can make it work. We don't care. We're good with it. Fucking the fans. Yeah, Keith.
Yeah,
dude,
but
you got a beautiful daughter. Like, come on, dude, do your thing.
Like you said, man. Like like we've been saying, like if you're trying, it's one thing for yourself to you're trying to get right and all that stuff, and it's not support that. But if you're talking about being like, they talking about replacing you, like that is a whole that's a whole different thing. I can't even fathom.
I don't want to drag it down. I don't want to drag it down that much, but dude, honestly, I think it's a lapse in him. I think it's not that he's lapsing, but I think that it's a lapse in his judgment. I think maybe he's overreacting to something. And I think maybe he is really trying to get sober and he is really trying to separate himself. And maybe he's just taking some things wrong, right? And I am fully expecting it to work itself out and everything be fine, right? But what if they were like, yo, we need to replace Keith? What if they really came at people with that crazy shit?
What are you doing if you're in that situation and you overhear somebody being like, "We
feels terrible for"?
I'm popping my head out the fucking door. I'm being like,
"Yes, dude, that's what I'm like." Yo, explain to me right now what I heard, and so we can just put it to rest. What did I hear? Just explain it. Like band meeting, right fucking now. What did I hear?
I'm walking out the room. I need everybody to come here right now. Right now. Everybody needs to come over here.
What did you tell Larry Leftnut over here? What'd you tell Larry Leftnut?
Man, like it's fucked up. So like at this point, like you kind of hope that everybody just solves it, works it out, and get back to
letting the pro wrestling world go to his head.
Radical.
The Butcher has let the pro wrestling world go to his head. Just kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Come on.
I mean, I could really feel for Keith on this one because I know what it feels like to have a band try to replace you behind your back, and it's pretty fucking shitty. Ask me,
You're
Brian.
So
it is.
You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
Is, man.
Hey, all right. You want to air out the dirty laundry? How about the dude that left with his girlfriend and didn't talk to us for literally 2 months? Literally 2 months of.
All right, Jordan, if they want to check you out, where can they find you on social media?
That beautiful tag in the corner of my screen thing.
It's beautiful.
It's
quite beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, do you think I'm beautiful or like Lord Zed?
I'm going to go with the latter on that one. Go Sour Ranger.
I don't look like Lord Zed, god damn it. Brian, where can they find you?
Dead.
Listen, real quick, the fact that you even popped that up is hilarious because that's some shit that, like, I feel like if one of us told you look like Lord Zed, you've been mad offended.
Somebody in the chat told me and I'm mad offended. Brian, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at of Brian of Death. You can find my podcast, the Common Chaos Podcast, at the Common Chaos on Instagram and Twitter and commonchaos.net. And guess what? I got a brand new episode. It's about procrastination, following through on your goals, and maybe adding a little bit of consistency to your routine. So if you guys are interested in shit that doesn't have to do with sex toys and what else did we talk about today? We talked about sex toys,
grease traps,
vomiting during sex. We talked about cleaning your grease trap, you dirty fucks.
Clean that grease trap, guys.
Clean that grease trap, cut. So yeah, if you like some positivity in your life, then check out my podcast, the Common Chaos Podcast. And of course, if you're into souls and holes, then you can find my Grindr account at But Love and Bri Boy. on Grinder.
That's
And,
beautiful. We're so inclusive.
Matt can't do the reads with the zipper up.
I can't read. I couldn't read with it up, and I can't read with it down.
Yeah,
you can find me on Instagram, but I hate the scene. Twitter at Scene Radio every Friday. Twitch.tv. I hate the scene. Facebook.com/I hate the scene. And the most important one, because look, I'm just gonna start killing these fucking guinea pigs I have back here if I don't get enough subscriptions. Okay,
he means kids.
YouTube.com/C/I hate the scene. I will start popping a guinea pig every 15 minutes until
he
I
means
forget.
kids.
So you better subscribe now. You can find all those links and more on our Instagram, on the sweet ass link tree that I had our unpaid intern make at I Hate the Scene. You could also go to.
Did you really
Brian,
make a link tree?
Yeah, we do have a link tree, but when I said unpaid intern, you were supposed to say he means kids.
He means kids. That is factual. That is factual. He is legitimately the guardian of probably I think it's a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and he legitimately makes them his slave.
I inoculate several.
Who do you think brought him?
children.
Who do you think brought him that beer earlier behind the scenes? No female over the age of 18. That's for sure. Yeah. Underpaid, underage interns. Underpaid, underage interns. Yo, Nick Cannon just stole all your school clothes money. So
rate, review, subscribe. You can find all these links at more at iHateTheScene.com. Next week, maybe we'll have volumes. Maybe we'll get bailed on again. Who knows? That's the fun when you tune in every week to I Hate the Scene. Any last words before we get the fuck out of here? I think I'm grounded, so next week's show is probably going to be real late.
Despite what?
It was a joke. It was a joke, Brian. You ever heard of it?
Jordan Tepper, take it easy. Hey, despite not having a guest, Matt nearly replaced Johnny in DGD.
That's not true. That was never true. That was a lie. I told several girls to pick up on them.
Oh, man.
It never happened.
Yeah, okay.
Because they're probably like, okay, sing. I'd pay for that. I'd pay to hear you sing some of that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Matt was legitimately our vocalist. I don't know if you know that. Matt was our vocalist in our band. And he legit performed 2 shows. Screamed his ass off. He did a great job.
Oh, yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, I performed way more with better bands, but I performed too with Brian's band.
You performed maybe once or twice with like maybe another band or 2.
I went on a whole
You played Warped Tour
in Southern California. Played one day of Warped Tour and your band didn't.
That is true. We did not. Right.
Yeah.
But we actually did a 2-week tour, sir, where we played 10 dates. So how about you eat my ass?
Yeah, you did. You replaced me with a 16-year-old and you played a Chain Reaction.
That's also not true. That's also not true.
No, that is true. You replaced me with a fucking child.
Not a child. He was 18. He absolutely was 18.
He was not 18. He was underage, and I'm pretty sure one of you was sleeping with him, and I'm going to suggest it was Luke.
It's actually my sister.
Man, clean the grease trap.
I knew I was fucked.